Okay, we're going to do a contrast emphasis project. So first you're going to pick a spot on your page, could be anywhere, and you're going to make a shape. It could be any shape you want. It could be organic, it could be geometric, simple, complicated, but you don't want it to be too big and you don't want it to be too tiny. So I'm going to put mine over here, and I'm just going to do, let's say, a heart. That's a cute shape. Okay, now that I have my heart, I'm going to make lines that go from the edge of the paper to my shape. They could be wavy, they could be straight, they could go back and forth, but I want the lines to go from my shape off the page without drawing on the table, please. I also am trying not to have them crisscross over each other. I want them to go away from my shape with a variety of lines. Throw some curved ones in there. Okay. So now, each of these sections that I've made with these lines, I'm going to have the black and white patterned. Okay? Each pattern needs to be different. So you're going to have to be kind of creative with coming up with patterns that aren't the same over and over again. The heart is the only thing that I'm going to then color. Okay? So, for example, let's say this section I want stripes. So I'm making black diagonal stripes and filling up this one section. So I'm going to keep doing that until the whole outside has patterns in each section that are interesting and fill the area, but only using black and white, and I suppose if you wanted to, gray, because that's also a neutral color. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Okay, so we're using patterns and rhythms all over the place. We're using asymmetrical balance here. And I said we're going to do contrast and emphasis. So contrast is making things different. So one of the things that I'm going to make very different is all this is strictly black and white, right? My shape now I'm going to make super bold, brightly colored. So I'm going to pick some colors that look good together. So you could kind of go with neighbor colors like cool colors. We've talked about color groups like analogous colors and complementary colors and stuff like that. So we're going to pick colors that look good together that I think will stand out, and we're just going to color the shape. So I'm going to make my heart warm colors, and you can decide how you want to color this. It's completely up to you how you make it stand out, but we're contrasting, so we're making it very different from the outside part. So bright, interesting colors. Obviously don't do it black, and I would even stay away from like gray and brown and neutral colors. So try to do really bright, bold colors. So the last thing we're doing here is actually what all of these principles are working together to do is emphasis. Emphasis is making something stand out. And so all the things we've done, bam, really make this shape stand out and pop and look really, really cool. So this heart is our emphasis. That's where we want everybody to look. That's where our eyes are going. We've got patterns and rhythms that are same, because they're patterns and rhythms, right? and they are all pointing towards it. So we've got those lines that we made that go towards the middle. That helps with emphasis. So having lines that like point at something help the emphasis. Having contrast, so very different parts, help make emphasis. And so here is the kind of thing we'll do for our project.